Hi, my name is Bill Ritchie, and I'm going to show you how I make a book using the Kindle Direct Publishing platform. It's an answer to a challenge by my friend Pat. It's also the day that I received my most recent book in the mail. It's a paperback, but it's also available as an eBook, as a Kindle reader, or on a desktop, or a tablet, or a smartphone. This is on Amazon. It's one of my memoirs, 8-volume set. For this project, I'm going to start a new book. It's a blank book with my friend Pat, and we'll be using the Kindle Direct Publishing platform. And when we're finished, it will look just like this. I hope you like the series. Ever since I was a kid, I loved to design book covers and CD covers, posters, and so I design all my own covers. Kindle Direct Publishing, also known as KDP, will provide the customers with custom-made covers for a fee or stock covers for free. Our book is going to be 5 inches by 8 inches high. It's one of the sizes that Kindle Direct Publishing offers. And for the cover artwork, I'm going to use the owl drawing that Pat sent to me. I'll scan it, and if it needs any retouching, I'll use Photoshop. In another application, I'll do the titles and the back cover. Kindle Direct Publishing platform provides ready-made covers. They provide the art, the layouts, the type styles, everything you need for the front and the spine and the back. So authors don't have to make their own graphics, but I like to make my own graphics. However, in order to get it exactly the right size, I have to download their calculator from their website. When I've downloaded the calculator, I can input the numbers, that is, the size of the book, 5 by 8, the number of pages, and with that, I get the exact dimensions to make the art in Photoshop. Earlier I scanned the drawing that Pat sent to me for the cover of our book. And she didn't know I was going to use it for the cover of our book, but it'll do temporarily. And now that I've got the exact size of the cover that I got from the calculator on KDP, I can create a new image in Photoshop exactly the same size, and I can place Pat's art in that image, and that'll become the background cover for the full cover of the book. That is, the front cover and the spine and the back cover. Then I'll be ready to compose the text for the front and the spine and the back cover. I'm used to doing the cover design and the text myself. I have Adobe Creative Suite online, and I have InDesign in that suite to use for my layouts. I make the design the same size as the calculator in KDP, and then I place the cover art there and locate the spine, and then I place the text on the cover, on the spine and the back, and on the back I make placeholders for our statements and for our pictures. And last I added a gradation. Only 2 things remain before we'll have a finished full cover book of our collaborative blank book. One is to fill the back of the book with our text, short statements that we're both composing. Another is pictures for the back and short biographical statements. The second thing we have to complete is to export this InDesign file to a PDF file, because that's what Kindle Direct Publishing requires. A full cover, right size PDF file. And by the way, until we actually upload the file to KDP, we can continue to make changes in this. To make a paperback with a self-publishing platform, one has to format one's own pages. Thankfully, all the tools for formatting pages are built into Microsoft Word. Now, Pat and I are doing a 5x8 paperback, and so I go to Microsoft Word and I choose Layout. In Layout, I choose Size. I choose More Paper Sizes, and I put in my paper size. Next, I go to Margins, where I use my favorite margin settings, which are 3/4 top and bottom, and 0.63 for the inside, or gutter, and 0.27 for the outside pages. As for the pages, I want the margins to be mirrored, and this will be for the entire document or book. Now, if I want to change these later on, I can, as long as they fit the platform specifications. For the interior of our 5x8-inch book, Pat and I will be using Microsoft Word. I've already set up the page size to 5x8 inches with narrow outside margins and wide inside margins. Now we choose the font and the paragraph settings. For the font, I like to use Times New Roman 12-point regular. I'll set the paragraph as justified, and I'll set an indentation of the first line of each paragraph at 1/4 inch. I'm going to set the space before the paragraph as 0, and I'll make a space of 4 points after each paragraph. Now, we can change these settings anytime before uploading the final text, including adding bold-faced headings and different spacing. Still in Microsoft Word, we add headers and footers to the odd and even pages. And at the bottom of the page, the footer, we add page numbers. On the first page, we put in the title and our names. On page 2, inside the title page, I put our copyright publishing name and address. And this concludes the mechanicals. It's time to write the book, fill the book, and at the end, publish the book. I made a 251-page manuscript, a kind of a placeholder, temporary, to put on the KDP platform. And with that, I can upload and fill in all the requirements. On paper, those requirements would look like this. It's about 6 feet of paper. But on screen, every one of them is explained. Well, once they're up there, KDP will provide a digital trial proof that you could leaf through and see if there are any mistakes. And if there are anything that needs to be corrected, you fix it. And with that, you can approve it and go on to the next step. Next, on the KDP platform, we need to fill out the pricing and distribution information. Now, this part is easy. And when it's done, I'll be able to order a proof. Now it'll take time for that print, the hard copy, to arrive. And while we're waiting for that book, I can redesign the front cover so that it fits the proportions of the ebook. So I go back to InDesign and redesign it and export it as a smaller file. This is the 12th and the last installment of my tutorial. And as I said in the beginning, this is a collaboration between Pat Austin and me. And I'm making these tutorials in real time. And that means now there's going to be a pause, because Kindle Direct Publishing requires that we upload the content, that's the cover design and the interior, for their approval. Then they will send us back a hard copy version, and after we approve the hard copy version, then we can publish it. After we publish it as the hard copy, then we can proceed to the ebook version for Kindle. So now we wait. It could be over a week. Thanks for watching.